Are you looking for lesbian books to read? I got you covered. Here are some books about lesbians that you can read. But before we get started, please do well to subscribe for more amazing content. Number 7, The Red Files. Ambitious Daily Sentinel journalist Lauren King is chafing on LA's vapid social circuit, reporting on glamorous A-list parties while sparring with her rival, the formidable, icy Catherine Ayers. Ayers is an ex-Washington political correspondent who suffered a humiliating fall from grace, and her acerbic, vicious tongue keeps everyone at bay. Everyone, that is, except knockabout Iowa girl King, who is undaunted, unimpressed, and gives as good as she gets. One night a curious story unfolds before their eyes, one business launch, 34 prostitutes and a pallet of missing pink champagne. Can the warring pair work together to unravel an incredible story? This is a lesbian fiction with more than a few mysterious twists. Number 6, Witch of Stalingrad by Justine Saracen. As the German Blitzkrieg brings the Soviet Union to its knees in 1942, a regiment of women aviators flies out at night in flimsy aircraft without parachutes or radios to harass the Wehrmacht troops. The Germans call them night witches, and the best of them is Lilia Drachenko. From the other end of the world, photojournalist Alex Preston arrives to get the story for the American press and witnesses sacrifice, hardship, and desperate courage among the Soviet women that is foreign to her. So also are their politics. While the conservative journalist and the communist Lilia clash politically, Stalingrad, the most savage battle of the 20th century, brings them together, until enemy capture and the lethal Russian winter tears them apart again. Number 5, Damage Control by J. An actress practically since birth, Grace Durand has finally made it in Hollywood. When a photo of her in a seemingly compromising situation with another woman is plastered all over the tabloids, she fears for her career as a lead in romantic movies. Desperate for a publicist who'll convince America that she's straight, Grace hires Lauren Pierce, one of Hollywood's leading PR agents, not knowing that she's a lesbian. Lauren has dealt with PR nightmares for years, so doing damage control for one more rich, spoiled client shouldn't be a problem, or so she thinks. But the more time she spends with Grace, the more she realizes how different she is from her television persona. Getting involved with her client is not in her game plan, especially since it would confirm the rumors and ruin Grace's career, but the attraction between them is growing as they run the gauntlet of the paparazzi together. Number 4, Just Physical by J. After being diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, 25-year-old Jill Corrigan takes herself off the romantic market. Not wanting to become a burden to a potential partner, she focuses on her career as an actress instead. On the set of a disaster movie, she meets stunt woman Christine "Crash" Patterson, whose easy smile instantly makes Jill wish things were different. Meanwhile, Crash is trained to fall, but she didn't count on falling in love. Despite their growing feelings for each other, Jill resolves to let Crash into her bed, but not her heart. As they start to play with fire on and off camera, will they really be able to keep things just physical? Number 3, Soul Unique by Gunbrook. Greer Landon is a successful art gallery owner. She has created an empire by discovering and developing new artists. When she agrees to visit an art school in Boston, she encounters a woman, Hayden Rowe, whose paintings take her breath away. Greer realizes Hayden is not a student, but lives in a remote wing of the school, and the maddeningly frustrating headmaster is her mother. Mesmerized by Hayden and her art, Greer learns the young woman has Asperger's syndrome. Hayden awakens something in Greer she didn't know she was capable of. Having suffered from a profound loneliness for most of her life, Greer develops an overshadowing love and protectiveness toward Hayden. As she learns more about Hayden and her heartbreaking family situation, Greer is amazed at how courageous and brilliant she is. Can there be a future with a woman like this, and will Hayden, who can only put words to her emotions through her paintings, return her feelings? Number 2, By Design by J. A. Armstrong. Building bridges has a very different meaning for Jameson Reed than it does for Candace Fletcher. J.D. Reed spends her days designing some of the most elegant and majestic buildings and homes in North America. U.S. Senator Candace Fletcher has spent her life working to build bridges between people. JD Reed is not who Candace Fletcher was expecting to arrive on her doorstep. Candace will challenge all of Jameson's preconceptions about the women of Washington, D.C. The enigmatic architect will test the resolve of the junior senator from New York. Two women will discover that falling in love may be out of their control, but creating a relationship in the world of politics and business is completely by design. Number 1, A Little Bit of Spice by Georgia Beers. Andrea Blake's life has order. Everything is meticulously laid out and planned, from her house and its quiet neighborhood to her career path at Hagen's, the largest supermarket chain in the Northeast. Andrea knows what she wants. Enter Kendall Foster, the distractingly attractive woman in charge of sales for her family's local microbrewery, and somebody who wants very much to get her beer onto Hagen's shelves. A decision that happens to be Andrea's. The physical attraction is immediate and hard to resist, but Andrea doesn't need a complication like Kendall in her life, not when she's rocketing toward predictable security. But Kendall is fun. And smart. And oh so sexy. Can she convince Andrea that her rather flat, flavorless life could be way better with just a little bit of spice? Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, like and comment for more amazing content.